Let's talk about the new Classic TV Series Batmobile coming on October 1st. Before I start, I just want to thank the LEGO group for sending me this set to review. I really enjoyed building this set. I think it has a lot of great features and a lot of great techniques used to create the shape that we have here. And I also have the die-cast model, and when comparing it to the die-cast model, I think they did a really good job, as well as you can do using bricks, recreating the 1966 Batmobile. So I'm really impressed. It has become one of my favorite LEGO sets to date in my collection, and I'm sure it'll stay there for a while because I absolutely love this build. I was taking my time with each step, which I don't normally do. I'm normally one to just rush through the build just because I want to display it. But with this, I took my time. I really enjoyed each and every section of the build, and I think you guys will too. I want to start this video with my top 3 loves of this build, so let's get right into it. Starting off at number 1 is the windshield design, the wings, and also the rear trunk section. I've really enjoyed creating these parts. I think a lot of different techniques were used, and you get a really sleek design that's the end result. Number 2 is the axle section underneath the car. I'm personally not a Technic fan, so I love this axle system that they built. It's straight to the point, works effectively. Unlike some of the other Technic cars or Technic axle systems that we have in the other LEGO cars, this one was really smooth to do and I really enjoyed it. Number 3 is the bumper sections of the car. So you got the front and also the rear, which I'll show in more detail later. But I really enjoyed creating those sections, and I think the shape that they got using LEGO was as accurate as they could have done. Now, let's talk 3 not so greats. Coming in at number 1 is the fact that we only get one minifigure when it definitely should have included Robin. Everyone knows that this era of Batman was all about Robin and Batman, Batman and Robin, so it is really disappointing that we only got one minifigure with this set. I personally would have paid a little bit extra just to have them both, as I think it's a key character in this era of Batman. So missed opportunity there. Number 2 for me is the fact that we're missing a flame. I know it's not going to be everyone's favorite, but I really personally would have loved to have seen a flame involved in this build. I just think if we get it with the other Batmobiles, it would have been cool. Now lastly, I know we can't change this, but personally, the black tiles are driving me insane already. Being such a large build, when you do have it on display, it just collects dust, there's fingerprints, everything like that. So it is one of those sets that you do have to clean quite often if you want to have it displayed where people are going to walk past. As I've only had it out for a week and it's already got dust particles on it, and yeah, I've had to clean it quite a few times. So for me, it's annoying. I mean, you can't change it, it is what it is, but it's just one of those things that being such a large build, you notice it that little bit more. Now let's talk build rating. For me, this build comes in at an 8 out of 10. I did absolutely love all the features that were included. However, I do think there were some areas that are quite delicate in terms of the way that they've been connected. So for me, it comes in at an 8 out of 10. The design rating, solid 9 out of 10. I think they got this as close as they possibly could for the Batmobile for this era when it comes to using bricks. Obviously, there's always room for little improvements. However, for me, design rating is at a 9 out of 10. Now, playability. The wing section of this vehicle and the front end can be quite delicate when touched. So for a child to play with it, it's hit or miss. However, apart from those sections aside, everything else I would rate a 7 out of 10 with playability. The way the wheels move, inserting Batman, all of that is very, very simple, and you can do it pretty roughly, I would say, without anything falling off. So on that side of things, I think a 7 out of 10. Now, sticker rating for the price, for me personally, comes in at an 8 out of 10. I don't think that there's any areas they really could have used printed tiles just because of how unique the stickers are for this specific model of Batmobile. So I think they did a really good job. I will insert a picture above of the stickers that were included in this set so you can make the choice for yourself. I think they have used printed tiles where they could and where it can be reused again, like on the side and on the rims. So I think they did a really good job at limiting sticker use for a set of this size. Now let's talk value for money. This set comes in at $249.99 Australian dollars, which I think is really good value compared to some of the other cars that we've had from LEGO. Most of the time they're priced around the $300 to $350 range, so I think this is a really good price point for this build. So value for money, I give a 9 out of 10. My final rating for this build comes in at a 9 out of 10. Like I said earlier, this is my favorite LEGO set to date. Just the design technique used, the detail added. Everything as it comes together is so creative, and they've done a really good job at making it as close to the original 1966 Batmobile as they possibly could using Lego. Overall, I think this is a must-have set for any DC or Batman fan. I think they've done a really good job at capturing the shape of the vehicle and making it as close as they possibly can to the 1966 model. You can only do so much with bricks, but they've done a really, really good job. So I definitely recommend this set to any fans out there. But if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them below and I'll do my best at answering them. But I would also love to know your thoughts on this. So let me know and I'll see you next review. Bye.